All right, today we're going to be drawing Iron Man. All right, we're going to start with pencil, eraser, sharpener if you need it. Now, anytime I draw a figure, I start with like a stick figure. Okay, so we're going to have Iron Man's head, like an egg. Notice I'm holding the pencil back further, sketching light. We're going to draw Iron Man's torso. And here's his hips. This arm here is coming out at us, so it looks kind of short. That's his elbow and his hand. We have his thumb and 5 fingers. Notice I'm sketching kind of light. His other arm's kind of going away from us. Here's his elbow and his arm's bending back, and here's his other hand. Thumb is kind of facing towards the inside. His 5 fingers. Yeah, they can go right over his elbow. They kind of block it. And he's shooting his beams out of his hands. His left leg. That one's kind of sticking straight down. There's his knee. And his foot. He's going to be floating in the air, so his foot's kind of pointing downwards. Other leg's bent because he's kind of an action pose superhero. Here's his knee. His other leg bending back. It's shorter because it's going away from us. And his other foot floating in the sky there. Right? So now we can determine, is this a good position? Do I have him looking where I want it? If not, I can change things. If it's all good, now I can start to add in some thickness to the arms and the legs and details. Okay? So for example, his head is going to come down here. Kind of get so I know which way his head is facing, and then his neck also goes down, and here's his shoulders. One arm is going to come this direction. Then I see the next part of his uniform, forearm, comes down here, comes into his hand, just like we've drawn it. Since I've already drawn the hand, there's parts to it. Square over there. And I'm going to make these fingers a little thinner. Pinky fingers is the smallest. Coming out kind of at us. Here's his pulse beam in the middle of it. Right? His other arm, we're going to start with his hand, because I know it's blocking some of it. Beams on here, and 2 circles there. But we still need to get that elbow in that's kind of back behind here, between the fingers, up right into that shoulder. That's about it. The rest of it's kind of hidden behind his hand there. All right. I'm going to get this leg now. Give that some thickness to it. And back part of his leg. Coming down into his Iron Man boot. So it's kind of squared off. Get his other leg. Get into the knees there. Calf muscles a little rounded right there. Again, kind of coming down into squared off toe. Robot boot. There, you can get kind of this is the chest armor in here with this glowing thing that keeps his heart alive. All right. Oh, we need the back here and his kind of little back muscle. Yeah. Now we can go in and put some more detail. Like we need to get his mask and some armor in here. For his mask, we're gonna do comes down like that, both sides. Get some eyes in there. They're just kind of, I have a rectangle. I'm gonna have them angling down a little bit because then he can get mad. He doesn't have a nose, so that makes that easy. His mouth kind of on an angle straight across. Triangle on this version up there. Get this part in a little darker. Have like a out right there, just a little bit. Down and forms. Get some details in his armor here. Like cool. Design there to do the same on the other side. Give some cool robot looking lines there. Some of these go back. Make this one kind of down a little bit. Give it a little bit of a futuristic robot look. You can always get rid of any of that original skeleton, like we wouldn't see any of that anymore. Probably should have started erasing that earlier. Or you can wait to erase it. We're going to go over this in marker. You can wait to erase the pencil then. Let's see, we can give maybe like a little parts to his armor there. A lot of angles. Come on, angle, and maybe give it some kind of futuristic little padding armor. That's always straight line, right? Making up those details, right? Give some lines. Pretty cool Iron Man. Okay, we're gonna do some marker on him. I have a thick and a thin Sharpie here, so I'm gonna just go with the thicker one. I'm gonna start outlining some of this. I'm gonna do some of those thinner lines with this one. Now take your eraser, you just kind of go over the whole thing. Get rid of any of that extra pencil line. Brushing away all those erasers. See how much that cleaned that up. Let's color them in with some markers. Find my markers. I don't think I have a gold marker. So let me test yellow instead. I always like to find a piece of scrap paper you can test. I always test my markers first. That'll be perfect for yellow. Let's find red. Kind of orange. Let's see what else I got. Crayolas will work with this. Sharpies will work. Orange. I think it's the same one. Got two of them. Let's see if, ooh, I think I found a red. Yeah. So I got red and yellow. That's my Iron Man colors today. Then we'll leave like the white on the eyes and the light beams and so on. All right, so now if you're using a marker, usually it's got like a pointy end and then a wider area. pointy areas are for getting in and getting small little areas. Wide is for doing big areas, which I'm not going to have too many on this one. The nice thing is you should be able to go right over your black Sharpie marker. It's a permanent marker, so it won't smear. Use the tip of that marker to get into little places. Right, there's red. So his fingers are red too, so watch, I can just go right over this whole thing. Now I can use that wide area. Right, because they're both red. I want to leave that circle though in the middle white. So I'm going to go around that. I have one little extra touch I want to do. Let's see. Just gonna get a thin blue marker. A little highlight to some of these little around the edge. A little bit of blue. Just a touch. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed Iron Man.